Hello everyone, welcome to Problematize an Education Situation presentation of Theoric Analysis Report made Phase 2. Let me briefly introduce ourselves. I'm Carlos Rueda,
Hello.
my partner Giselle,
Hello.
and myself, Zuleima Quintero. According to our study, key points to remember are these: of foreign language acquisition, current trends in language acquisition, cognitive factors in language acquisition, social and emotional influences, contextual and cultural factors. My problematize an educational situation is the low student engagement in virtual language learning is affecting both learning outcomes and the overall effectiveness of the course. The teacher introduces a topic that requires participation, but the students respond with the fear of making mistakes. This is concerning for several reasons. The tutor cannot reinforce the vocabulary learning through repetition and pronunciation exercises because they not participate, preventing the explication of the behaviorist model in the virtual classroom. The second reason the second reason, lack of the participation also prevents the real meaning of the structure grammatical explanations, because this is the when students internalize roles through guided practice. According to the non-Chomsky theory, the lack often is the three reason in playful or besidely activities impedes crucial performance in cognitive development, including language acquisition, according to Ms. theory. The lack of participation creates an emotional barrier in the student, preventing concentration and the listening comprehension of the unfamiliar language. This concept aligns perfectly with the crossing method of comprehensible input. So this is my problematize in an educational situation. But the next partner, Giselle, explain your theoric analysis report.
Okay. My name is Giselle Vanessa Contreras, and today I'm going to share the main ideas from my theory analysis report based on virtual English classes I also in phase 2. Next. This analysis focuses on how students learn a foreign language in virtual environments. I also different online English classes and connect the way language learning uses new trends and factors that affect students. I also identify an important problem that I explain later. Theories of foreign language acquisition. During the classes, I could see how some learning theory were applied. For example, in one class, the teacher used repetition to help students remember vocabulary. This shows by reason by Skinner. Current trends in language acquisition. Today, technology is a big part of language learning. I observed the use of digital tools like apps, games, and even chatbots to help students learn. These tools are very useful because they motivate students and give them instant feedback in some cases. Cognitive factors. Learning a language also depends on how we use our memory and attention. Repetition helps students remember new words and listening activities help them process information. But in online classes, attention is a client, so teachers need to use activities that keep students focused. Social and emotional influences. In the observer classes, teachers use games and group work to reduce stress and create a positive atmosphere. This is important because, according to Carl Jens, affective filtering hypothesis, students learn more when they feel safe, relaxed, and motivated. In one class, students talk about famous people. We made the lesson more fun and real. Also, using authentic materials like live conversation or different accents help students improve their understanding and cultural knowledge. The biggest problem I noticed while studying engagement in virtual lessons. Many activities use technology, but they different allow much real interaction. For example, students answer vocabulary exercise but didn't well immediate feedback, especially in pronunciation. This lack of feedback and communication affects students' confidence and thus now learn. I think there needs to be a better balance between digital tools and real-time participation. For instance, tools like LSP could help use time pronunciation feedback and group activities can increase student interaction. In conclusion, language theories and digital tools are very useful, but they must be together with interactive strategies. Teachers should create classes that are dynamic with feedback and keep students involved. This way, we can improve learning results in virtual environments. Thank you, thank you for your attention.
Yes. Okay. Carlos, it's your time.
Thank you, partner. Okay, this is my theory analysis report. In this report, I analyzed some virtual classes according several factors, and I found a problem. So I'm going to explain these factors before moving on to the problem. Please, next. Okay, theories of foreign language acquisition. Here we can find Imnatis, crashing monitor theory, and sociocultural theory. For example, in this class, I attend sociocultural theory was used when the teacher told the students that participation is very important. In the sociocultural theory, says that through social interaction is very important to learn language. Please, next. Thank you. Current trends in language acquisition. Here we can find neurocognitive approaches, translanguage, and artificial intelligence. For example, in one class, the teacher used English and Spanish so that the students could understand uh, the class. Uh, Please, next. Thank you. Cognitive factors in language acquisition. In this topic, we can find memory, information processing, and automation. Sorry. For example, in virtual classes, students learn new vocabulary, then they use memory. Please, next. Okay. Problematics and educational situation. In virtual class, I found this problem of poor student participation. The teacher was developing an interactive game where the main idea was for students to provide the correct answer to the game question, but the students respond very little. Some students groups in the meeting chats, but they don't speak. If you if you ask me, they they were nervous because at the end of the class, some students were already participation more because they were more confident, but at the beginning they were more afraid. This is all for me for my presentation. Thank you for your attention.
All right. After listening carefully to all presentations, Our team has discussed and analyzed the relevance of each problematization and problematize. Sorry. Okay. Good, Carlos. Thank you. And after listening carefully to all's presentation, our team has discussed and analyzed the relevance of each problematized educational situation. Although bad situation present important challenge, we have chose Carlos' case as the central issue for our debate. What do you think, Giselle?
In both situations, we can see a similar problem de la student participation. This affects the teacher's ability to give feedback and makes it hard for students to learn effectively. I think both classmates made a good analysis, but in Carlos' case, he explained the problem in more detail and way clearer examples about how it affects learning. That's why both of Carlos' situations.
So Carlos have the ties of the problematized and educational situation. So it's very good this presentation. Um, Carlos, what do you think?
Okay, thank you. If you ask me about this topic, GCL problem is good
Yeah.
because it's all about anxiety and technical difficulties. These factors are very common, and I think it's interesting to analyze them.
Yes, but you say the best cast is the Carlos. Really? Right?
Yes.
No
Yes.
problem.
So
Yes.
yes, is and the Carlos is the best case. So now that we have the chosen, uh, you Carlos is um, user time this option.
Yes, it's correct. My problem. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Now, when say now that we have the chosen the problem relate the loud student participation during the speaking activities in Carlos case, we'll move on onto the debate stage. I'll I will ask three questions to each participant about how to address this educational challenge. So the first question is, what innovative English learning activities do you propose to address the identified educational challenges? Carlos.
Thank you, partner. Okay, in fifth place, I think the main cause of this problem is the nerves.
Mhm.
So I propose two activities to improve participation. The first activity, activity number one, is a listening activity. In this activity, a student listen to sentence and practice pronunciation. So they have more confidence when speaking. And activity number two, uh, sentence completion activity. In this activity, the student practice part of the sentence before saying the complete sentence. So students lost the fear. This is my activities.
Thank you. Thank you. That is a great point. Building confidence is key to reducing anxiety and making students feel safe to speak. Now, let's hear another perspective. Giselle, from the point of view of poor speaking skill, what activities do you get? Suggest?
Okay. To improve speaking skills and increase participation, I propose short role-playing activities are games like to choose a lie or find someone new, where students must speak and interact. These activities create a relaxed environment and motivate them to practice speaking in a fun way.
Excellent ideas. Focusing on building language skills through practice makes a big difference. Let's move to the second question. What specific resources, including digital tools and materials, do you propose to support these activities? Carlos, is your case, what is your propose?
Thank you, partner. Okay, for my listening activity, for example, I propose videos on YouTube or audios of real life examples. But
Mhm.
it's very important that these resources are of the appropriate English level. And for my second activity, uh, sentence completion, there online games interesting that can be so funny. In these games, there is a text with an emoji, and the sentence is missing a word. Then the student following the image say the missing word.
Mhm.
This is
Perfect.
all.
Good, good. And I need remember the Giselle is the view of the poor speak skills. For the second question, Giselle, what is your proposal to support these activities?
Okay, to explore the speaking activities, I propose using simple to live video, comms, and voice messages in class platforms. We can also use flashcards, pictures, and short dialogues to help students speak more. These materials make the class more activity and interactive.
Okay, okay, thank you. Great ideas. But of y- but of you are considering how to reduce obstacles while encouraging communication. For to finally, let's go with the third question. What methodologies do you propose to assess the impact of these activities? This is very important, Shane, and the participant. Giselle, what do you think about this? This the third question.
I will use words to assess plenty vocabulary, pronunciation. Also, I propose self-assessment checklists and peer feedback to encourage reflection and improvement.
Okay, and Carlos.
Thank you. As a methodology to evaluate the results, I think that activity communication. Then
Mhm.
the teacher asks the student if they like it, the activity, and if they learn more. Else, the methodology of comparing the amount of participation with respect to previous classes is
Mhm.
a good way to know if the new activities are improving the learning outcomes.
Okay, thank you, thank you. It's very innovative and ideas, and the thank you both your for your answers. It's interesting to see how one propose focuses of reducing nervousness, um, and the other of building speaking skill gradually. To conclude this debate, we want to highlight the importance of addressing the lack of the student participation and for speaking skills in virtual classes. Through innovational activities, motivate teachers and appropriate methodologies, we can we can promote the activity learning and the better outcomes in English language acquisition. We believe that collaboration is creativity uh, and teacher engagement are essentials to overcoming these challenges. Thank you for your participation and attention. I appraise this and work with Giselle and Carlos.
Thank you for this debate. Goodbye.
Thank you, partners.